Yeah, it's great to be 4-0. You know, got a hard-fought win this past week at Albany State. Credit to Albany State for how they played. Thought their kids played lights out. Thought they really brought it to us, and you know, took us all the way to the wire. It is good to be 4-0. We've got a tremendous opponent upcoming this week. Best team we've played in the University of North Alabama. Three-time conference champion in a row, going for a GSC record, 4th conference championship in a row. We've got a lot of respect for their program and a lot of their players. Of course, their coaching staff has done a tremendous job for a long time. Know a lot of their coaches really well. We're not playing very well right now. That's on me as the head football coach. We're not playing winning football. We're very fortunate to be 4-0. We're doing things that teams that are winning shouldn't be doing. We've got too many penalties, too many self-inflicted wounds. When you look at jumping off sides, lining up off sides, you know, drop passes, missed assignments, things we can control, we're doing too much of, and if we don't get that corrected soon, you know, we're going to be a very disappointed bunch. That's on me as the head coach. We've got good kids that are good players that are spilling everything they've got for this program, and the fact that we're not playing well is only one person's fault, and that's the person talking right now. So with that, we'll open it up for questions.
Coach, you're in the middle of your 3-game stretch on the road.
Okay.
Would this be the hardest 3-game road stretch you've ever had as a Wolves coach so far?
I don't know about that. You know, we've played consecutive. You know, our first 2 years here, we had to play West Al, Delta, Valdosta, and UNA all in a row, which is a tremendously tough stretch, especially that first year. West Al was 2-time defending conference champions. Valdosta was 2 years removed from a national title. UNA was defending conference champions, and Delta State won the conference that year, so that was a tough stretch off the top of my head. The opponent we're playing this week is a tremendous team. They've got a lot of returners back. They're a very experienced unit. They are playing lights-out football right now. They have just totally demolished everybody they've played. The game was over with Valdosta and them early in the game. They went down to Livingston that week and just it looked like the Temple of Doom. They just took the heart out of West Isle, just right out of the chute. So, you know, they're very, you know, got a lot of respect for them and how they're playing, and, you know, we're going to have to play really well to have a chance.
Do you guys feel like you found a rhythm on the road with all the games being at the same time? You guys feel comfortable being on the road now?
No, I think we're playing terrible. We're not in any type of rhythm at all.
Coach, take away the penalties. What is the main focus you guys want to focus on this week? Because like you said, you guys are not playing up to par.
Well, the main thing is I've got to do a better job. You know, like I said, I think we've got good players that are good people that want to do right and want to play winning football. I think the sole problem and the fixes have got to be made by me. I've got to do a better job. I'm not going to give all that away with what I'm trying to do, but I can tell you that I'm waking up every day doing my part to get my part fixed. And I think if I'll do a better job, our kids will be put in better situations, and we'll play a lot better.
Coach, defensive lines had 5 sacks each of the last 2 weeks. What do you feel like going into North Alabama as far as your defensive front?
Yeah, it's going to be a huge matchup for us. You know, they want to run the football. Their quarterback's a great player, Jacob Tucker. We got a lot of respect for him. Their offensive line plays really well. Stephen Evans has been one of the better players in this conference for a long time. We've got a tremendous amount of respect for him. And, you know, so our defensive line, if we can win some one-on-one matchups there, that obviously swings the numbers in our favor. And but the physical level of the game will be huge. And for us to go up there and have a shot, we're going to have to play at a high level in the trenches.
Do you feel like the emotion could possibly be a problem for your players? Because you talked about the penalties earlier and how there's been a lot of just bad mistakes. Do you feel like emotions could probably maybe get out of hand in this next game against North Alabama?
I don't think so. I think our players are good kids that want to do what's right. I think their head coach has let them down. I think I'm not doing my job. I think if I'll do a better job, then we'll get less penalties.
As a visitor, is Brawley the hardest place in the league to play, the atmosphere and anything else? How does that compare with going to some other places?
I think it's the best place to play. I really do. You know, I was fortunate to play there as a player. I love my time there. their crowd is just unbelievable from a D2 standpoint. It's what we're trying to build here at West Georgia, and credit to us, I think we are building that and moving in that direction. But through all the tradition and the years of there, going to Brawley is something that, as a Division II football player, everybody should be blessed and fortunate enough to experience. I know I enjoyed my time playing there, and the times I've coached there have all been great. And I imagine, with both of us being undefeated, I mean, they're ranked #1 in the nation in the Hero Sports polls. So, I mean, it should be a humongous crowd. We hope so.
Talk about Devontae Jackson, 97-yard kickoff return, huge 40-yard run there towards the end of the game. Talk about what he has brought to the table this year.
Just a great kid, another young man that really lives life above the line, on and off the field, and his role is expanding as he's growing in our program. He's a sophomore now. He's doing so much better without the football in his hands, which people don't notice, with his pass blocking and run blocking and all those things. Obviously, he's electric with the ball in his hands. He always has been, and it was great to see our kickoff return unit get it going last week. We haven't had a lot of returns in the first few weeks because people haven't scored many points on us. So we hadn't got to practice it a whole lot, but it was great to see that going, and obviously we needed it. Coach O'Brien did a great job with the scheme, and our players did a great job executing and making it happen.
Will Gardner has done. Last game he did a great job of getting all the receivers involved. Do you feel like he's building a better rapport with all the receivers now?
I do think Will has played fabulous for 6 straight quarters. The second half of Delta State and this whole Albany game, I thought he really played at a very high level, and we're going to need him to continue that, this week, playing against a really good defense that, like I said, has just absolutely. They've just, like I said, they took West Alabama heart quick last week, and then Valdosta, the week before. They're forcing turnovers defensively. They're scoring touchdowns with those turnovers, and so Will have to play at a high level for us to have a chance. But I think he's been under a lot of scrutiny, and I think he's had a lot of things happen that were out of his control that contributed to his numbers not being so well. I can't say enough about his character and how he's handled that and the way he's played for 6 straight quarters now.
Coach, can you speak on piggybacking off of Will Gardner, the next man up mantra? Because you guys kind of have that mind state with losing around 4 receivers. Can you talk about that and how important that is?
Well, nobody's going to feel sorry for us. It has been a year where we've been banged up and had a lot of people. I think, like I said, we've lost a lot of skilled guys. And then in the secondary on the back end, we held a lot of guys out the last few weeks. We should have everybody back except for, Jana Dran Jones and Brandon Walton won't be able to play this week. But everybody else, we should be back. And, nobody, you can't have excuses in this game. Nobody cares. So what have you done lately, world? What have you done for me lately, world? And we've got to find a way to get it done and play better, and that's my job. And I'm failing miserably at that right now, and that's something I'm addressing minute by minute. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Go Wolves.